Hey everybody, it's Dr. Julie Quinn here, and I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to format an MLA paper. This will be important when you submit your major essays for the class, and I'm going to show this to you in Word. If you're using other software, the toolbars will be in other places. Also, if you're using a different version of Word, all of the options, 99% of the options will exist. They may look like they're in a slightly different location, but they do exist. And if you can't find the instructions on my video, you're welcome to find the instructions based on your version of your software on YouTube. But just remember, when you submit your papers, they need to be submitted as a doc or a docx file. Microsoft Office 365 is actually offered through the school. Just go onto the library and search for it. There should be a link in our syllabus. So we all should be writing with the same similar software. So in MLA style, the first thing you can do is you can switch everything to Times New Roman. You may have to scroll down a long list, and 12. This is the most legible font. In addition, if you go to layout and you go to your margins, choose normal. That's this 1-inch margin. You have this little bit of white space here, and it goes all around like a picture frame. And the reason for that is that we need those borders. We don't want to cut information off. So the first thing, imagine my name is Jane Doe. If I'm a student and we have to add in MLA style some biographical information. So the first thing you do is your name. And the next thing you do is your professor's name. And then the third thing you do is the class, if I can spell it correctly. I use the acronym English 111. Class, and then the date of your first paper. Let's just say it's September 12th. It's good to put the day of the paper that it's due because it's a nice visual reminder of what's happening when it's due, so you don't forget. I'd also recommend that you put that some significant alarm in your smartphones. The next thing you got is your title, and then start paragraph 1. So this is sort of how I set this up. This margin is for everything but the title, right? So we take the title, we just put our cursor anywhere in there, and we can center it. Then paragraph 1, and for every paragraph you can just indent. So I just wrote some nonsense. But you can see how I had just clicked, once I had this here, I just clicked tab, and then you'll do that for every paragraph. We need that visual cue of where paragraphs start and end in the formatting of a traditional essay in MLA style. Now, no. There are a couple of other things that I want us to do, but so far, let me recap. Your name, your professor's name, the class, the date of the assignment, the title. This isn't actually the title. This is just a placeholder. You can come up with something much more creative later. And then your first paragraph. You'll notice that there's not like big gaps between the sections of content. When students do that, it tends to make me think that they just did not have enough to say. So, but the line spacing is a little bit off. So you can Control A or whatever, on whatever computer you are, you can highlight everything. And then you want to set it to double spacing, which does give us a little bit of a gap. And it looks like based on the settings in my version of Word, there's still a little too much. You can find what's going on also by clicking on this sort of extend this paragraph section, your paragraph settings. Line spacing is double. That's correct. But you'll notice it says, ooh, additional 8 points. Nope. This is actually what an MLA paper looks like. Right? This is how it starts. The content starts on page 1. Now, if you're in a class where they're doing APA style, you'll have a cover page, and then the writing starts on page 2. But don't worry about that. In this class, I'm looking for MLA papers. The final thing you want to do is add page numbers. If you have page numbers, a page count as an assignment. For my first paper, for example, students writing a narrative in 111 will have a 4-page paper that they're writing. So it's good to add page numbers so the reader knows where they're at, right? So especially when you're reading electronically, you may need that visual cue. So all you have to do is double click somewhere on the top. And what happens is in Word, the header and footer bar opens. Now again, your toolbar may look a little bit different. You could also go into insert. So you could go like this You can go to your insert tab. You can find page numbers here. You can also find them in the header and footer. A lot of the content is listed in multiple places. So in MLA style, top of the page on the right hand side. So there we go. And we are almost, but not exactly done yet. Do you see how the cursor is in front of the number 1 and not after? It's because in academic writing like this, it gives you the opportunity to write the student last name and then add a space and then the page number. And you'll notice it's magic. If I enter a page break, let's see, insert, and I go to page 2, now it will repeat the last name and it will auto sequence all of your page numbers. It looks nice. It looks neat. It's professional. And note, this is a quick 6-minute video, but you can come back and you can work on this. The one thing I did not include here are works cited entries. That will be in a separate video. But this is how you format your document for your narrative when you're getting ready to submit it as final. If you have any questions, as always, reach out and let me know.